Welcome to Charlottesville, Mr. Jefferson's University, the University of Virginia, where fans have been flooding the ground since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on another team from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Virginia's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
He's going to pass. He finds his man. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Otis. It's complete. And tackled there by the defense.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. So Jacksonville State's offense will have its first possession of the game. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Bounced off his feet. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you don't see this very often, but big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cavaliers. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. From the gun, give on the inside. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Discards a man. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pocket starts to collapse. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Otis. They're bringing heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and when you're backed up coming out, you got to get that first down. You got to get a little bit of yards. You don't want to punt out of your own end zone. Nice job feeding the rock, handing it off, and getting a big gain.
Yeah, but conversely, David, doesn't someone on defense have to make a play? I mean, you know you had this golden opportunity now to at least get a stop, force a punt, and give your offense the ball back, maybe at midfield. Just a poor job defensively of fitting that run and making tackles.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that scintillating 78-yarder for 6. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Going to the running game. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Otis. Setting up the screen, oh, it's picked! No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football, just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Virginia. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball is going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Handoff from the gun. Still running at the 40. Afterburners coming. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
They'll give it to the back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got the screen set up. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Unloads it left. Finds a man by himself. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Cavaliers want to move quickly. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Yeah, and you've already seen him make a critical mistake earlier in the ball game, and you're going to make more of them if you don't make your feet a priority. Just pause for a second. Steady those feet, get them quiet. Now I can make a more accurate throw.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. And the Gamecocks will have a first down.
I don't think a lot of people here are going to be surprised by that. Call 4th and inches at midfield. Just go for it, run the football, and they pick up the first.
Really, what are you going to gain by punting there? Even a perfect punt just gives you a little bit of a yardage edge, and the upside of keeping the ball is tremendous.
Yeah, and even if you don't convert it there, your defense comes on the field, and you're still forcing the offense to have to go 50-something yards or so to try and get points. So I like the call.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on target this time. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. He's looking to throw it. Got the quick pass. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside, and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Cavaliers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Looking deep. And he's got it at the 30. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 21 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The gift to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Second down coming up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Open space at the 25. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll run this play from the pistol. Right back to the well. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll haul it in right around the logo. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24. 4 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking for the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. He wants to throw. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wants to throw. It's Otis. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game, get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. And the Gamecocks get enough to move the chains.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get 1st downs. They throw the football and get 1st downs. So much balance. That's why they're the number 2 offense in all of college football.
Snags it down the right side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Leaves it with the back. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Gonna run it. It's Savage. Finds a crease at the 20. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They marched 78 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Virginia, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Cavaliers want to pick up the tempo.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Scanning the field, it's Otis. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And they're able to get him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Trying to punch it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the...
Touchdown, Virginia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
by the tight end.
It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much.
Oh, look out! And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. He makes the connection. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple of scores, I think you're just kind of free. And like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares?
And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to throw on 3rd. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Otis. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 1st and 10 from their own 17. He's going to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's taking the deep shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Tough sledding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The quarterback takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.